These days, with cameras being so widely accessible, you may just be starting out on your photography journey and have no idea where to begin. Luckily for you guys, I have videos on my channel such as camera basics that can serve as a great starting point. But all of these concepts we've gone over are quite technical. Let's take a step back and just talk about the road bumps that you might encounter on your photography journey. I want to accelerate your learning by talking about the 3 regrets that held me back when I was a beginner. I remember when I got my first DSLR in my photography 101 class, and I was so excited to photograph the world, and I was really photographing the world. When I came home and popped my SD card into my laptop, oh my god. This regret is overshooting. It's totally understandable to ride that wave of novel excitement and shoot whatever you want. However, be mindful that if you take too many, and I mean too many photos, you'll be discouraged from ever wanting to edit or even review those photos. One of the funnest parts of photography is sharing your photos among other people, and it'd be shame to not experience that just because you've overwhelmed yourself. To this day, I still have gigabytes of images and videos that I shot in my beginner days that I still will probably never get to. After mastering the exposure triangle, I was itching to figure out how to take my photography to the next level. Like most beginners in this field, I set out on a quest to find out what is the best camera. Do I go Canon, Sony, Fuji? I also had to decide on the sensor, whether I wanted crop sensor or full frame. Let me save you some headache and tell you that when you're first starting out and don't have much money, it's better to prioritize upgrading your lens first rather than your camera. Usually the kit lens that comes with an entry-level camera isn't the best. Upgrading the lens will unlock new styles of photos that you probably couldn't achieve with the kit lens. The first upgraded lens I got, and it is still my favorite to this day, is the 24 to 70mm f2.8 lens. This lens comes with me all the time if I am traveling, since it is an all-arounder and it gives you both some wide angle and telephoto at each end of the focal length limits. If you are finding value in this video, please hit the like button so this video can spread to other photographers. From 2020 to 2021, I was practicing my photography every day, from shooting portraits of my friends, my keyboards, and just the mundane around New York. All of this work gave me the skills that led to my first few paid freelance gigs, where I made enough money to the point my camera paid for itself. But having that little taste of success actually poisoned me, because I no longer saw a point in shooting unless I was being paid. This complacency snowballed into a year-long break for the entirety of 2022. I didn't pick photography back up until the start of this year, so naturally, my skills declined. Thanks for listening to me, even though I'm washed up. Photography is like any other skill. You need to practice at a regular cadence, whether that is every day, every weekend, or every month. Practicing regularly allows you to implement the new concepts learned, whether that is fundamentals like the exposure triangle and compositions, or something more advanced like focus stacking. Speaking of which, if you're looking to learn something new for your photography, I recommend watching my video on one of my favorite compositions and how I use it to make interesting photos next.